Welcome to the On Purpose podcast, where together we will learn from personal stories and explore thought-provoking topics, all with one goal in mind: living a more purposeful life. Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. It is an honor and privilege to have you here as always. I want to thank all of you at Patreon who are helping us continue to grow our podcast. This week I got my numbers in, and we're continuing to expand internationally, which is amazing. Honestly, a couple countries I've never even heard of. Macau. I'm not even sure if I said that one right. I got to Google where the heck that is. But had a few listeners there for the first time this week, along with my friends in New Zealand and England and Canada. So I want to thank all of you, plus all of you right here at home in the United States, and thank you for being part of our community. And for those of you that are looking for a way to contribute to allow us to continue going on, we're over 3.5 years rocking solid every week. Please visit patreon.com/the On Purpose podcast to help us create what I want to be known as the most inspirational and impactful podcast in the world. I think it's a lofty goal, but I've always told you all I don't have a whole lot of talents in the world, but one I do have is I believe in myself, and I believe in what we can do as a community, and I don't think that's out of reach. So visit us at patreon.com/the On Purpose podcast. Find a membership option that helps you help us, and we appreciate it. All right, this week I want to talk about the importance of presence and being where you are. Being where you are. And this is something I was guilty of many times in my life, and especially as I look back and reflect on my children who are now all adults and what I missed by not being present enough. Not that I wasn't there. Oh, I was there physically, in and out of conversations mentally, but what did I miss? What little signs did I miss that it was them telling me, Dad, I need something more from you, or Dad, I need love here or support there, because I wasn't fully present. So I want to talk about that this week, being where you are. A couple things I think about, and I know there's quotes out there that I really like, and some I like to just paraphrase, but here's what I think is: the past is our past to teach us something. It's in the rear view mirror for us to glean lessons learned. It's not there to weigh us down. It's not there to keep us from moving forward. It was there to teach us something. The future is going to come inevitably with or without your worries. The future doesn't slow down because you're not ready. The future doesn't care that you're not sleeping at night for running through your mind all the different possible scenarios and outcomes that may or may not even happen. The future doesn't care if you plan out every conversation, everything you do that may or may not even come to fruition. It's coming regardless. So what we truly have and what we're left with is simply the moments right here, right now. Right this moment, right now, when you were listening to me talk to you right now, this is a moment for us. The moment I'm sitting here recording this. I'm recording this in a hotel room in Littleton, Colorado, as I prepare to teach police officers tomorrow. This is a moment. It's a moment I'll never get back. You won't ever get back. So how many of you are listening on 1.5 speed right now to try to get through this podcast as fast as possible? Well, if you're doing that, I would already argue you're no longer even in the moment, because you're already trying to get to the end of the moment. And that was what I was guilty of many times in my life, trying to get to the end of something instead of enjoying the steps in the process during it. How many of us have our schedules so full that before we're done with the thing we're on now, we're already thinking about the next thing? And how do I have to get there? And what time do I have to leave? And what am I going to say? And what do I have to do? How many activities do we need in our schedules every day if we can't be present where we are? Right? One of the big things, a buzzword around societies nowadays, meditation and presence and all that. But yet, many of us still fall victim to the grind culture, the hustle culture. You're not busy. If you're not busy, you're not doing anything. Well, there's a big difference between being busy and being productive. I had a boss that valued busyness and the appearance of busyness far over production, to the point that he had access to all of our calendars. And as long as your calendar said you were doing stuff, he didn't care if you actually did it. He wouldn't know if you were actually doing it. But then he could run to his bean counting friends and show them your calendars of how busy everybody was. Yet at the end of the day, nobody asked what was our product. Nobody wanted to see did we make progress. It was just all about the appearance of being busy. Well, what are the repercussions of being busy? What are repercussions of always looking to the next thing you have to do? For me, in that time in my life, in our offices, was a constant hum of appointment reminders going off on everybody's damn phones. It was a mindset not of being productive or of creating quality from our leadership, but about just appearing busy. Personally, for me, I know I missed many moments. Instead of enjoying getting to converse with somebody that scheduled a meeting with me for a half hour, I would find myself about 15 minutes into it, mentally checking out and thinking, what do I have to do next? And I repeated that cycle over and over, day in, day out, year after year. And what did I miss? What opportunities to impact others did I miss by simply listening and appreciating their presence? How many people left feeling undervalued, overlooked, unimportant, because either I quit paying attention or I cut them short to get to my next busy thing? And here's the sad thing for me, and I think for many of us out there. When you operate your professional life that way, it's hard to separate from your personal life. And suddenly your family activities become like business meetings. 15 minutes here, half hour drive there, 45 minutes here, then kids go to bed, then I get a little bit of time to myself, then we wake up early, we do it all over again. All of a sudden, your kids are grown, they're gone, and we've missed moments. Right? Because even when we were physically present, we weren't there mentally. And that's one of the things that I've loved about our lifestyle change for this last year, and just I think probably just getting older. I no longer care to know where my phone is 24/7. I don't need to respond to every text message that comes in immediately if I'm having a good conversation with somebody else. We can intentionally sit down and talk with someone, not with the premise of wrapping things up in a nice, convenient, scheduled block on our damn Google calendars, but to actually learn and understand. And instead of responding with points of view, we can take time and ask more questions that lead to a deeper understanding, a deeper connection, which at the end of our day is all most of us want anyhow. Right? Most of us want connections. Most of us want to feel valued, to feel understood, to feel heard. Yet we want that, but we don't give it because we look at productivity. We look at how busy can I appear to be. Oh my God, I'm so busy. How are you doing today, so-and-so? I'm so busy. Everybody's so damn busy. What if we were less busy? We're busy doing what? Running around the hive like a bunch of bees? At least bees are making honey. Many of us are just running around being busy with nothing to show for it. Except missed moments. Unfulfilled relationships. Conversations that could have been more, but we were so busy we had to get going. Right? A couple weeks ago, I talked to you about my father-in-law, Pops, and his passing. What would our family give to have one more conversation before that nasty disease took his life? What about in your lives? Who would you like to have that one more conversation with? That one more question you could ask to understand deeper? And if you reflect back, did we have moments like that, but we're so in such a rush to get to the next thing, we cut it short? So I challenge you this week, community, let's be better at being where we are. Focus not on what our future needs us to do, because it's coming regardless, or what our past needed us to learn because we should have already learned it. But let's take a deep breath. Relax. Find yourself enjoying the moments right here and right now. Because quicker than we'd like, it too will become a memory. Thank you all for joining me each and every week. Man, please hit me up on the DMs, email, subscribe to our newsletter. We love building this community and sharing content that gets you thinking and challenges us to be more in the world than what a lot of people think we could be. Right? Let's step up to the plate and let's practice this week being where we are and enjoying our moments. Have an awesome week. And remember, team, life is far too short to live any other way than on purpose. We will see you all again next week.